Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and we're back once again with our Grixis Dragons list. So this one's going to be another two-gamer, because we actually managed to get somebody to early scoop, but found both games to be particularly interesting, so I'm going to stitch them together for you guys. So hopefully you enjoy this one, and yeah, without further ado, let's get into those games, and I'll see you there. Alrighty then, we're in, and we've got a two-lander, but they're both tap lands, which could be awkward. However, one being a temple does mean that we could actually get the third land we need if we have a successful scry. So I think I'm going to keep this one, especially being on the draw as well. We got an extra card that we get to see. Just gotta hope, I think, with this one that we're not up against an aggro deck, and Mountain's usually an indicator of that. Alright, so bottom anything that's not a land here. Really can't afford to be on the back foot. Could be elementals. Could also just be mono red, which Shivan Fire is pretty good against, but without a third land we don't stand a chance. Oh! It's the mirror match, and we've whiffed. So just discard a card we can't cast without giving up too much information. Opponent to 4 mana, 5 total here, and we lose. Rapacious Dragon. Okay. So, we get 2 treasures. Yeah, we just lose, because we've fallen behind, and our opponent has not. So now I have to take my turn to Spit Flame, which basically means I'm not adding to the board. Our opponent just continues to empty their hand with things I can't cast, and we whiff on lands, so moving on with our life. Okay, against dragons. Well, what we could do is just bring in big dragons. We know there's a few cards in our deck that are just not going to do anything here. Shivan Fires being one of them. It's just a really bad card that we don't want to see. Bring in the Niv Mizzets. So we've got a big 5/5. We could do the Elder Spell against the Sarkans. I don't think that's entirely necessary. On Mod Ego, I could name some good stuff. They look like they're on mono red dragons, so they'll be working towards Drakaseth, I would imagine, but just being able to hit their dragons in general, it's just not going to win us the game. I think that's basically all we have to change. None of our extra removal for low-end creatures matters. Negates don't really matter unless they're playing Sarkans. Yeah, just have to draw lands. Draw lands and hope our dragons are better than their dragons. I guess it also comes down to who dragon hoards the best as well. Wow. You know what? I got mana screwed last time. Who am I to turn down a flood? We get to Temple and take the top land off of our deck. Oh, it's an Hellkite. Yeah, you know what? We'll take the Hellkite. Gives us something to do on turn 4. Skirt Prospector. Okay. Well, is that worth Lava Coiling? I feel like it is. Keeps them off of Dragon's Horde next turn. We don't really want them ramping ahead of us. We want to be the first 1 to 5. So we'll just get rid of that now. And our opponent, yeah, struggling. Let's go Dragon's Horde for the card advantage. Next turn we get to Hellkite, get a counter on the Dragon's Horde. And we win because we got to 5 first. I think that's basically all this matchup comes down to at the end of the day. Nikki B. We have to tap the Dragon's Horde regardless. Although we could do actually Sarkhan, play Nicol Bolas. That kind of works for me. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. The only mana we need to... We'd actually need to make up any mana here. Let's just pick black and blue, I guess. Play Nicol Bolas. We get a card from the Dragon's Horde eventually, and we discard from our opponent. So they get their 5-drop this turn. But I feel like our board is just a little bit better than theirs. We can still Hellkite and draw a card off the Dragon's Horde next turn as well. Running Shivan Dragon. Alright. Yeah, once you run mono red, you end up running out of good dragons. So you end up having to run things like Shivan Dragon. She's not the worst dragon in the world. It is the original dragon, I guess. But it's not. Let's not pretend it's good. Because it isn't. Alright, they get to draw. Land is... It is what it is, I suppose. Let's discard...
I don't need this. I need this.
I guess we go mountain. Because we can still cast the Hellkite. Ooh, Dracus Seth. That's a good one. That should be able to take down some big boys. Yeah, I'm just going to Hellkite with the counter so we can go through. And now we have the Dragon's Horde draw as well. Do I want to trade off with a Blade Wing for pressure? I feel like I don't really need to, since I have Dracus Seth next turn. They've got their 6 drops, but they don't have Nicol Boluses and Niv Mizzets like I do, so... Most of their dragons are 5 drops. Shivan Fire with Kicker. Sure. And they can't get through, so they'll pass. Taking an entire turn to kill a Nicol Bolas is really good for us. So, take the counter off. Gives us some looting value, I guess. And yep, our opponent realizes they're far behind and scoops it up. Alright, they are on the play this time, so we do have to worry a little bit about that. What? I guess I've got the better dragon deck. Okay. Alright, fair enough. Alrighty then, let's be on the play, shall we? Wow. What a hand, right? Let's mulligan that, shall we? Okay. This hand is actually not too bad. I'm debating whether or not to even keep the creature and just go with the Spit Flames as removal, just to get a better one. I think I can get away with just dropping a mountain though, to be perfectly honest. 3 is kind of the sweet spot for your mana. You get to your Dragon's Hordes and your Lannery Storms to ramp into the rest from there. And yeah, even your Sarkans. So I think this is castable. Keep a threat in play just in case we get all lands on top and we need something to resolve on turn 5. It's not unheard of to just get extremely unlucky like that in any deck. It's a red deck. And yeah, well, the prophecy is being foretold. We got to land off the top. Let's see if we're up against mono red. I did just play against mono red dragons and they scooped during sideboarding. Yeah. Mono red aggro. How's our matchup against mono red? I'm not sure it's particularly great, but if we can keep all of their powerhouses in check, then we should be all good. I'm going to Spit Flame the Pyromancer, because I think that they've got Light Up the Stage in their hand. This way it keeps them off of card advantage, and maybe they just pass up. Burning Prophet. Alright. It's an off-the-beaten-path mono red. So I could wait until next turn and get a Spit Flame back with the Nicol Bolas by casting him off curve. Because I won't be able to do that with Demanding Dragon, but I think the pressure is enough. Our opponent has to basically 2-for-1 this Nicol Bolas. Maybe that's worth it, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it might be. Alright, so our opponent discards. I think 2-for-1ing them on a Nicol Bolas like that is reasonable. Another 4-drop would be okay. Or a land, so I can play Demanding Dragon on 6. Yeah, it looks like we're getting the 2-for-1, so if they shock here, likelihood means that they're not going to be playing a land, so they can't light up the stage. Yeah, so we've almost got them empty-handed. We're going to kill the Burning Prophet with the Spit Flame. More Spit Flames. I mean, I could just Demanding Dragon. They've topped, so they've gotten what they want, which I think is a land. So we have to assume the worst. I don't really want them scrying with the Burning Prophet, but I can't really guarantee that I'll get a land either. So I think just having a 5/5 that they potentially can't get past is fine. I don't need the Spitflame back since I have 2 in hand. And I guess they're taking 5. Yeah, so 3-turn clock, which they can't present to us because we've got the removal for all of their creatures here. And again, looks like we're getting the 2 for 1. Our opponent will be empty-handed in no time at all. Keeping on top though, so... The draws have been set up via destiny to be perfect. Something good. You know, a land isn't the worst. Let's get rid of the Prophet now so that they can't take advantage of the extra scries. And then we got the Spitflame for a creature if they play it here. They got the land they wanted. Alright, well, we didn't get the land we wanted. We did not want it. We do have an answer to another creature, which is pretty sweet. We're going to kill it now. 4-drop gets to refuel our hand for removal, and it's going to be hard for them to come back from this, I would say. To the bottom, says our opponent. Hellkite. Well, I think with the Hellkite coming in with haste, we're not really going to need the counters because of these Spitflames. So let's just get back 2 removal spells, have a 4/4 haste to pressure our opponent. Mao indeed. Alright. So, 2 removal spells, they're only drawing 1 card a turn, they hit a land, which basically means they are dead. And we managed to slow down Mono Red long enough to take the victory here. Gonna get another removal spell. And I want to look at their graveyard before they scoop him up. We only saw Viashira Pyromancer that can actually bite the dust on the Flame Sweep, our board wipe of choice. So I'm not sure whether or not that's the card we want. Shivan Fires, though, do seem pretty reasonable. We definitely want to go down Lannery Storms. They get picked off like crazy. We don't really want to offer that up for them. The Elder Spell's useless. Shivan Fire does hit a few things. If they're playing the traditional mono red, they should hit quite a lot of things, but we didn't really see what would be described as a traditional mono red. We could do the Grafdigger's Cage for Experimental Frenzy as well, but without seeing it, I'm not sure if I should bring it in, or if I should just take care of the things they have on board. I think I'm just going to go with a single target removal for this one. Hope that we just draw the Lava Calls and the Spit Flames anyway, but if we don't, then we got the Shivan Fires for the Pyromancers. I think that's going to be okay. Negates don't seem worthwhile. Niv Mizzet's questionably good. I'm not sure it's worth the potential hassle of getting that triple blue, though, because with the amount of removal they've got, they should be able to take care of a 4 loyalty Sarkhan relatively easily. So the splash on my dragons doesn't seem like a great idea. But I think we'll run it like this all the same. Just more removal. Absolutely taking the crap out of this hand. Alright, my opponent is on the play, but we do have the turn 2 Lava Coil into the Dragon's Hoard for Nicol Bolas as well. And again, we know that we're probably going to get a 2-for-1 on that Nicol Bolas, which is sweet. Let's get rid of the Prophet, let's get rid of the Scry, and the potential light up the stage value. Now, if they've got another creature, they're going to be able to get this one in, because we don't have the answer. Never mind, we have the answer. I think we go for it. I think I'll just hard cast a Nicol Bolas without the card advantage. I don't think that's particularly important to us in this matchup. Not as much as like any control or mid-range matchup it would be very good for. Because our opponent, once they've run out of cards, they basically lose. Once we run out of cards, we do rely on the top decks being good, but I think our top decks are just better. I mean, outside of our opponent having something like Experimental Frenzy or Chandra anyway. Yeah, the hardcast light up the stage is really good for us. They've got a Fry to take care of a white or blue creature. That literally hits Nicol Bolas. So we could wait until that gets exiled and just go for the Dragon's Hoard instead. Yeah, it hits Nicol Bolas and it hits Niv Mizzet. Steamkin. Alright. And now it's gone, so now we can do Nicol Bolas. And we even get the draw. We could do the Scry first to see what it is. I don't mind the Skagan Hellkite as well. I think the Hellkite might win us the game if we resolve that against the Steamkin. Though they'll be able to get it to a reasonable size early on, I think. Yeah, let's do Temple first. Dragon's Horde slow. Once we've got one, it's fine. Play Nicol Bolas. Get our counter. And we'll pass the turn. We don't have to crack the Dragon's Horde just yet. We can pretend we have Ship and Fires, Shocks, things like that. Ooh, they found the Lava Coil. Very good, opponent. Good for you. Okay, well, get on in. Down to 16. Do they have a follow-up creature, or are they just going to go for more light up the stages? Yeah. Okay. They might be able to chain some stuff here, and yep, they've got the Lava Runner here, so... Lava Runner triggers Steamkin, which gets them 4 mana total. If they've got 2/2 here, they might want to do that, but they're passing it up. So what do we draw? Lava Coil. That's really good. And a Spit Flame. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, we take care of the Steamkin now. Forces them to use those counters if they really want to, so we might just get Lightning Struck in the face. Yep. That's fine by me. And then we get to resolve the Hellkite as a 5/5, which is much harder to deal with. Demands the 2-for-1 and gets us some card advantage. It's basically a 3-for-1. Wizard's Lightning to our face, and it is just way too late for a play like that. Now they have to hope that the control game is good enough. They got a Rekindling Phoenix, which we can kill. So we go Spit Flame on the Phoenix. They get their token, and we kill their token. Alright, I can't quite remember if I'd made my land drop already, so I'm just going to crack this now. Did I make my land drop? I did. Alright. Yay for terrible memory. It's fine though. We're on 10. Virtual 8. Rekindling Phoenix, okay. Not a problem though, because we do have the Nicol Bolas to get back the Spit Flame, and so we can do it all over again, basically. So, Nikki B. Gets some counters. Gets back the Spit Flame. And, yeah, we'll just do that on their turn, I guess. Alright. Well, we can actually go with the Skagan Hellkite here. If they block, then we'll just kill it with a Spit Flame. Otherwise, we'll do it on their turn. They know it's going to die, so... they really need to sequence as well as they can. Alright, let's see if they get aggressive. I imagine not. Yeah, they'll scoop it up. We end step their Spit Flame on the Rekindling Phoenix, activate the Hellkite to kill the token, though we don't really need to. We just point it all out at their face, and we win. Alright, 2 very short games, one of them being obviously an early scoop. Not something you see every day, but you know, it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for some more content in the future. We'll be back tomorrow with some more dragon action, so stay tuned for that. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.